Last night, Hong Kong was treated to its biggest, most spectacular fireworks extravaganza of all time. It was to be the ultimate pyrotechnic party. China wanted to fill the skies above Hong Kong as the world watched the dawning of a new era. And the know-how, sweat and toil that was to help them realise that dream was to come from a few sheds just outside Kempsey in New South Wales.
Well, how are we going?
Good, thanks.
Plenty of blue comets been made?
Yep.
How many more you got to make? A couple hundred?
Yeah.
About 200 of it. You know, it's bigger than the bicentennial for us, and I guess as far as the listing of fireworks around the world, it's got to be the show of the decade.
Syd Howard is no stranger to organised cracker nights. He's done them all. Expo, the bicentenary, those New Year's Eve blockbusters on Sydney Harbour, even the closing ceremony at the Atlanta Olympics. Isn't it somewhat of an irony that the Chinese invented fireworks and yet they're hiring an Aussie company to put on the big show for them?
Well, we're going to be using a lot of Chinese product. We've got our own, we've got some fireworks from Japan and France. We're using a lot of their product. I've got a lot of the people out of some of the factories in China. I've been involved with sister city relationships over the year. They're going to come into Hong Kong and work with us on the project.
To help choreograph this $1 million firework fiesta, Syd took a team of 17 Australians to help him light up Hong Kong. Add another dozen rocket men from America, Europe and China, and you begin to appreciate the sophistication of modern-day pyrotechnics and the expertise required in launching 2,000 shells a minute. It's a far cry from a handful of bungers and a box of matches.
115.
Altogether, 80 tonnes of equipment and 20 tonnes of fireworks were shipped over from Australia and ferried out to 8 barges here in the middle of Hong Kong Harbour. I'm actually standing on one of those barges now, which will form the floating launch pads for all those bomb bursts, shells, candles and aerial explosions, all of which were lovingly prepared by hand at Syd Howard's country retreat.
There's 30 or 40,000 different items, plus there's the big candles, big Roman candles were about 8 shot. There's multi-shot things, but the big shells, they're the ones, you know, we've got over 1,200 or so of the 8-inch. So you've got to fit those water shells in.
Yeah, it'll see what it looks like on the computer as well.
Yeah.
Each of 30,000 fireworks were individually programmed into a computer and set to music. After months of physical labour, the night would be almost hands-free. Each incendiary sent to the heavens, ignited by a computer pulse.
And we get signals sent to us on each of the barges. We've got the 8 barges and there's 12 tugs, and then also the pearl barge where they have this big inflatable balloon with the pearl, which they'll use as projecting laser onto it.
After 5 months' work, Syd Howard's team saw their efforts blown sky high in just 12 minutes. 4 times more fireworks than a Sydney Harbour New Year's Eve party, in just half the time. 12 minutes when Britain and China were illuminated by Australia.